Israel detained activists from the Global Sumud Flotilla today, including several Malaysians. In response, Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim urged foreign powers to intervene and help secure their release. Meanwhile, an anti-Israel protest in front of the United States Embassy in Kuala Lumpur turned chaotic following tensions between the police and participants. Stay tuned for all this and more. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim has called for foreign intervention and action to secure the release of all activists from the Global Sumud Flotilla. In a video posted on his Facebook page, Anwar said he had been in contact with several leaders since being informed that several Malaysians had been detained.
Sejak saya memperoleh maklumat tentang penahanan 23 anak-anak Malaysia di atas kapal Sumud Flotilla bersama dengan rakan-rakan lain dari seluruh dunia, saya terus menghubungi Perdana Menteri Qatar, Presiden Tayyip Erdogan, dan saya akan petang ini dengan Presiden Mesir Abdul Fattah Sisi, dan bersama dengan Menteri Luar menghubungi beberapa rakan lain, termasuk Setiausaha Negara Rubio dari Amerika Syarikat, meminta supaya mereka campur tangan memastikan kebebasan semua yang ditahan oleh rejim Israel.
He also stressed that Malaysia will not remain silent when the rights and dignity of its people are being violated and trampled upon. Bernama had earlier cited the Sumud Nusantara Command Center as saying that 15 Malaysian activists from the GSF mission were confirmed to have been detained by Israeli forces as of 3:30 p.m. today. This was after their boats were intercepted en route to Gaza. 5 other Malaysians have also reportedly lost contact with SNCC. The Global Sumud Flotilla comprises over 500 activists from 44 countries sailing to Gaza in a show of solidarity and an attempt to break the Israeli blockade. The humanitarian mission has attracted global attention, with high-profile participants including climate activist Greta Thunberg. Earlier, Anwar had strongly condemned Israel's actions, saying that the vessels carried unarmed civilians and life-saving humanitarian supplies for Gaza, yet they were met with intimidation and coercion. He added that the action reflected Israel's disregard not only for the rights of Palestinians, but also for the conscience of the world. He stressed that Malaysia would pursue all legitimate and lawful avenues to hold Israel accountable, particularly in matters concerning Malaysian citizens. He said the safety and dignity of our people are paramount, and we will not allow them to be compromised with impunity. Anwar also reiterated Malaysia's long-standing support for Palestine and affirmed that the government would continue pressing for an end to the injustice faced by Palestinians. UMNO Youth Chief Dr. Ahmad Saleh had also commented on the issue. In a statement this morning, he urged the government to consider rescinding its invitation to US President Donald Trump to attend the upcoming ASEAN summit in Kuala Lumpur. This is if the Malaysian activists on board the ships are not immediately released. If not, he said he would mobilize UMNO Youth nationwide to stage a protest in front of Trump when he is in Kuala Lumpur. He added that they will face Trump head-on, as hurting the GSF activists is the same as hurting all of us Malaysians. Earlier, it was reported that Malaysians on board 5 GSF ships had lost contact with the Sumud Nusantara Command Center after being intercepted by Israeli forces in Gaza waters. SNCC Director General Sani Arabi, Abdul Alim Arabi, said that apart from jamming communications with radar jammers, the GSF convoy was also attacked with water cannons by Israeli military vessels, which targeted smaller ships to stop them from entering Red Zone R2. Previously, the Prime Minister's office had defended the invitation extended to Trump, saying that the principles of diplomacy demand that we speak the truth face-to-face, not avoid it. Earlier today, several people had marched to the US Embassy in Kuala Lumpur to protest the detention of the GSF activists by Israeli Defense Forces. However, the protest turned chaotic following tensions between the police and participants after the latter blocked entry and exit routes to the building. A protester, only known as Ili Farhana, said 2 people were arrested following the commotion.
Sebab kita dekat sini, so sebenarnya apa yang kita nak adalah protes depan embassy dekat jalan kaki ni, tapi tadi ada sedikit ada argument kekecohan lah dengan pihak polis sebab dia tak bagi kami berdiri di atas dekat jalan kaki ni. Walaupun kami tahu adalah hak kami untuk berdiri dan protes di kaki 5. Kita dah explain apa yang kita akan buat sebelum ni, sebab memang kita selalu protes dekat depan ni biasanya okey je, tapi hari ni diorang tak kasih, dan kami beberapa daripada protester memutuskan untuk berdiri blok jalan lah, untuk pressure pihak polis supaya membenarkan kami protes di depan kedutaan. Tapi tak dibenarkan dan kekecohan bermula apabila saat polis tolak salah satu daripada protester, dan ada penangkapan lah.
2 orang yang kena tangkap?
2 orang kena tangkap.
From now on, you can also listen to KiniNews on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Scan the QR code on the screen to follow us. Rizal Johari, an aide to Sabah Deputy Chief Minister Jeffrey Kitingan, has denied any involvement in the Sabah mining scandal. This came after business person Albert Tay released a video showing Rizal in conversation with Tay over money exchanging hands. In a statement yesterday, Rizal said the latest video is not evidence of wrongdoing, but yet another orchestrated campaign to tarnish the reputation of Sabah's leadership. He claimed the footage was deliberately staged, with repeated references to money intended to create a false impression of corrupt dealings. He said that the release was timed to sway voters and benefit certain political figures. Rizal also suggested that Tay was not acting alone but was under order or protection from powerful individuals. He stressed that whoever they are, let it be clear that they are the real enemies of Sabah. He added that he would take legal action and has full confidence in the legal system. Rizal insisted that neither he nor Kitingan would be deterred by what he described as dirty tricks in the run-up to the state polls. On September 25th, the MACC spent 3 hours questioning Rizal and 5 hours questioning Kitingan after a video showing Kitingan talking with Tay was published on Malaysia Kini. Bersatu Vice President Ahmad Faizal Azumu believes that Bersatu President Muhyiddin Yassin is not averse to making major decisions. He said this while sharing his views on negative reports and statements from various quarters about his party. In a statement, he said just because they are a young party, it doesn't mean Bersatu cannot make major decisions under the stewardship of the vastly experienced Muhyiddin Yassin. He added that Bersatu will rise again from whatever problems and will continue to fight for the people and Allah. He added that with the support of hard work and prayers from party leaders across all levels, Bersatu will achieve greater success and lead the country again, making people's lives better along the way. Faisal did not mention any specific reports in his statement. Recently, several Bersatu leaders had called for action to be taken against Party Supreme Council member Wan Saiful Wan Jan for allegedly spearheading a move to collect statutory declarations from division chiefs to get Muhyiddin removed from his post. While Wan Saiful confirmed the SD move, he claimed some people twisted the narrative for what it was for. Meanwhile, Wan Saiful had mounted criticisms against Party Secretary General Azmin Ali and Information Chief Tun Faisal Ismail Aziz, claiming that the two were indulging in physical threats and cyber warfare. If you like the stories we produce, consider supporting us by subscribing to Malaysia Kini. Click the link in the description below or scan the QR code on your screen to subscribe. Israel will deport the activists captured from the Global Sumud Flotilla soon. This is according to its foreign ministry. In a post on X, the ministry referred to the activists as Hamas Sumud passengers and said that they are making their way safely and peacefully to Israel, where their deportation procedures to Europe will begin. It added that the passengers are safe and in good health. Earlier today, it was reported that the Israeli Navy had boarded 2 of the GSF ships, Alma and Sirius, at 9:44 p.m. Gaza time. According to Bernama, the ships were sailing through the high-risk Red Zone R3 in the Mediterranean Sea. Those on board the ships hail from various nations, including several from Malaysia. The Sumud Nusantara Command Center reported that the Morgana vessel visually confirmed the Zionist interception of Alma, while Sirius received a Mayday signal and visual confirmation from Grande Blue. However, neither boat received an SOS signal. SNCC also reported that communication had been lost with 9 Malaysians across 4 ships in the flotilla. Yesterday, the Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court allowed the government's application to forfeit 169 million ringgit cash that was seized in a graft probe against former Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob and his former political aide Anwar Yunus. Judge Suzana Hussein granted MACC's application after the agency's prosecuting officer Mahadi Jumaat informed her that Ismail Sabri and Anwar did not contest the application. We ran a poll to get your views on this issue, and here are the results. A majority of 63% expressed doubts, saying the seizure without charges raises serious questions. 29% felt it was the right move, as it is important to recover public funds. Meanwhile, 7% said the action must be balanced, transparent and fair. They said it should be seized if the evidence is strong. What are your thoughts on this issue? Share your views in the comment section below. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, X, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.